morning, my friend. It's Pat Sloan here on a Scrap-a-licious day, and what could be better than talking about the Red Zinger selvage quilt again? Yeah, that will be our Scrap-a-licious chat, but also I wanted to tell you that today is flip-flop day. So how many of you are flip-flop people, that you love to wear, you know, those shoes, those flip-flops? I love the thought of them. I love the image of them. I even did a quilt of them, which I originally taught when I was teaching on a cruise years ago. So there you go. If you're a flip-flop person, tell me about it. I would love to hear if that is part of what you do. I have to tell you, when you did the cruise, I'll tell you this backstory, because I had, you know, it was the very first cruise I taught on, and I told, or maybe the second, but anyways, I told people to bring a pair of flip-flops that they have decorated. Well, one of the ladies, flip-flops used to be called thongs. You might remember that, depending on your age and where you live, that they were called thongs. Thongs now tend to refer to something you wear below the waist, not on your feet. So anyway, she told her grandkids or something when she was going on the cruise, and she had to bring these thongs to decorate, and they were mortified, absolutely mortified that grandma was going to decorate her underwear for the cruise. I will never forget that. It was so funny. We all laughed so hard, just so hard. Anyway, oh, okay. Your campfire blocks, you are just rocking the campfires. There are so many cool ones. I pulled a little group of them, about a dozen. Let's take a look. We'll start with Bev, who has red, everything red. I love that red print and the green, the soft green with it. Cindy said that she needed to find something with a bit of the campfire vibe, so she got this wood grain fabric and then that other orange, splotchy orange thing. It looks just amazing, like a fire. Dina is using some super cool, like, collage-y text prints. I love it in the dark and the light. Denise's has a floral, which gives the same sort of vibe as mine. It's got, it's a different floral, but I love it with the blue and yellow, so classic. All right, now Jeannie has a story that I had to read, because a lot of you gave a story, but I'm not going to read them all. You go out to the website, but I'm going to read Jeannie's. She said that she loves singing around the campfire. In her early 20s, one summer, she was a camp counselor at a boys' camp in Wisconsin. She was in charge of planning what happened at each weekly campfire. Cabins of boys and groups of counselors would do skits. The best one was a group of counselors who came up with an ongoing series of skits about Junior Birdman. We always loved seeing what would happen each week to Junior Birdman and his buddies. So much fun. These are such great memories. Jill's is got a bit of an Americana vibe with that red floral and the navy stars. Carla's is beautiful with another navy, and I like that background, that cream that she has. Laura's is green and yellow. It's got that Girl Scout vibe, right? I love it. Nancy's is beautiful. It's more like a fall color to me with that background fabric that she's using. Bonfires in the fall, perfect, right? Nordov is got, oh, navy. I just love this navy. And then she has another navy with some coral, and then repeated the coral. So all of that turned out great. Stacy's is another that gives a red, white, and blue feel. Well, it is red, white, and blue, but I love it. It's that summer blue. Sue's is beautiful. Look, she's got 3 different larger scale prints, and I love seeing how they work together. Susan's is gorgeous. I just think her prints are beautiful as well. And let's stop this whole one with Phyllis, who just is on fire. Look at that. Look at those prints that she found. Oh my goodness. That block is incredible. Now I can't wait to see Phyllis's whole quilt. These are just so fun. You have such great imagination. I know some of you are trying to sort of interpret the piece block as what the theme is. I never do that. I just create piece blocks and whatever. They don't look like the theme at all. It's just to have fun. The theme is there just to have fun. But if you manage to find wood grain or fire looking stuff to put in, that's super good. Okay, let's talk about Scrap-a-licious. I have two thoughts here, two things going on. Remember I said I wanted to get this one done. And what I decided to do is, instead of making it two sections bigger on the outside, I've decided to just make it one more on each side, because that's less for me to sew and faster for it to be done. And then I'll see what it looks like, because as I showed you Beth's, here's a picture again, hers looks just great, and I think I can be happy with that. So I am starting this group, which I will do on each of the 4x4s. So I will put it on the 4x4s. Rather than doing one long strip to put on the side, I just feel like it's a little easier to handle. I could just do one long strip. Maybe I'll do it one way, one the other, but I'm starting out this way. We'll see how I progress. But I want to actually spend a little time and get that done, because it is beyond needing to get done. I'm ready to have that little guy done. And then I can go over and finish the Words to Live By. That's the other one that I want to wrap up, so I can do something else sort of fun. These are kind of my fun projects, you know, kind of, you know, behind the scenes, or, you know, just to have fun. Anyway, okay, I'm rambling. There we go. Let's look. Let's look at the Red Zinger, because I did a block. Look at my block. Look. Okay, I'm going to put it up close. There we go. Here we go. So this is mine. This is my first Red Zinger block. It takes 4 of these. The pattern is from Karen Grishka, and 4 of them make one of these great big units, which are just so fabulous. Now, Karen actually wrote a book. It's not in print anymore, but you can get it on the Amazon, you know, secondhand market store. So I'm linking you to Amazon. And she has a bunch of different things. This quilt is not in the book, but she has a bunch of other fun things, and just tells you the process she uses to go through with her selvages, and how she looks at them, how she lays them out, gets them ready, does all that. But I wanted to show you the few of the quilts that are in the book. Look at this Tree of Life. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So our ambassador Kendall was doing a Tree of Life recently. So Kendall, now you need to do one like this. And what else did I have? There's a star. This star is glorious. Look at that. And I believe yeah, okay, so she's got a bunch of different fabrics for the background. And here's one that's sort of like a tumbling blocks. Look how awesome that is. And one more. There's a bunch of other ones in here too, but let me just show you the log cabin one. Ah, isn't that fabulous? That is so cool. So this is the book, and if you want it, I have it linked to there. Now, the quilt has a bunch of different cool fabrics, and Karen has said I can keep it for a little while. Thank you, Karen, because I can sort of look at the fabrics again. What I want to do is take it up close and walk you through the fabrics again and show you some of the things that I've noticed. So let's do that. One of the things I noticed is that Karen did not what I was thinking. I was thinking everything had to look kind of like this, the dots, and that's what I was going to do. That's what I had in my mind. But she has things like this. She's got a wider scrap that was from the other edge of the selvage. See it here? But look, it's got the radish. Isn't that cool? And she did that in a few other places. Here's this little girl, and that does have the white edge. Another one with a lot of print. And so I am rethinking a little bit what I might do so that it brings in a bit more color, because she has more color than I was anticipating. And that's not just coming from being on the edge of the dot like this one. See the dot, and then here's the fabric starting. Sometimes it is like the radish. This is the other side where there are no white, there was no dot. So this is fascinating. It's fascinating to take a look at what was going on. Now here she has hardly any of the fabric. It's just squeezed that in. And then here's a piece where it's much more generous. There's a little bit bigger piece. So I just wanted to show you that. Oh, there's a navy. And that's right out to the edge. And so it depends on the fabrics you have, what's going on, and what you can develop. I think being able to look at hers up close like this, just having this privilege of doing that, has really sort of open my eye a bit to the possibilities. And so I'm going to play around with my blocks a bit more. I did do that in here. I had some with a bit more of the fabric, and then up in like this one here, there's white, way more white. So I did get a chance to play around with it with that one block. All right, now on my website today, so if you're getting my email, you'll also get an email to go over there. Link is down below in the description box. I want to tell you the sew-alongs that are coming up, and I'll stand here and I'll pop the pictures up as we go along. So June 27th, we're doing, what happens at the end of the month here is we'll start our Birdsong Love Fest. Yes, that's what it is. So a bunch of fabric, a bunch of sew-alongs where I will use birdsong. Some of them, one of them is particular to my panel, and so you kind of have to have the panel, or it doesn't make any sense. But the other ones you could use different fabric. But if you have my fabric, you should use it. Okay, so let's get to it. The Nature Walk, which is the panel. So there's you can do blue or pink. I've already done a blue one, so I'm going to sew a pink one with all of you. And then on the same day, which are Mondays, so on Monday starting at the end of June, we'll do the panel quilt and Hello Birdie. Hello Birdie is a free quilt pattern from Riley Blake. It is darling. It's also fairly small. So for those of you who just want to use your stash, you should be able to do this just fine. Okay, in July, on July 1st, we'll start My Beautiful Morning with my birdsong fabric. And if you can make this, if you've already bought a fat quarter, you can, bundle, you can buy the pattern. If you already have, another line of fabric you want to do, you can buy the pattern. And so we'll be sewing on that on Fridays. Then on Tuesdays in July, the Boo Crew. Now I announced that the other day, but the Boo Crew stuff will start, and it's 4 weeks, and it's a quilt and a cross stitch. And I'm going to try some of the cross stitch. I know I will not keep up on the cross stitch. I can't keep up with that schedule, but I will try to do some. Okay, the strawberry kits with my birdsong will be out very soon. So I will pick a date somewhere in mid-July. So mid to late July that we'll start the strawberry quilt. And that again will run about 4 weeks. I mean, they're repeat blocks, so we'll do them sort of in chunks, and you'll get the wonderful quilt done. And once again, you can also buy just the pattern. Okay, now the topper sampler, it starts in July 22nd, and that's Fridays, so that'll be on Fridays. And I will be doing mine with birdsong plus some solids, and I'll probably get some other little things I'll throw in from my other fabric lines. Not fabric lines, my other fabrics here I have here. So I'll just sort of spice it up a bit. And then it looks like Christmas time, rather than Christmas in July, it'll probably be Christmas in August, which will be fine. So that'll work out super good. Okay, so what I want to do is go on the other side of the table, because the Confidence Stitch sent me their fabric kit. They sent me the bundle that they have for this rectangle quilt of theirs that is so adorable. I mean, it's just really cool, and I want to show it to you and tell you a few other things that they have going on. So we'll go to the other side. So I have to tell you that my friend Kate at the Confidence Stitch, remember I showed you her swatch? She does these exclusive swatch clubs, and she always gives you a little pattern to do, and then the swatches that they custom cut there in their shop. They're in Missoula, Montana. They have a physical store, so if you're ever in Missoula, you can just go and visit them. Tell them I said hi. But anyways, I showed you the quilt that she did. Whenever she does the custom swatches, she also will do a quilt where you can buy the fabrics, and then a fabric bundle. Then if you want to, if you need the background, you can add that on. It doesn't come in the fabric bundle. But I wanted to show you what that is and how cool it is. So here is her pattern. There's the quilt, and she does step by step to walk you through doing this quilt behind her, which she sent me the fat quarters for that. Let me just show you, like in the pattern here, there's directions. So there is the final quilt. I just think that's so cool. The fabrics that they picked are amazing. She has such a great eye. Also, if you are a clothing person, they are really into clothing at the Confidence Stitch. So if you need help on buying fabric to make a certain outfit, or looking for something extra or tutorials, they have it all. So here we go. Here are the fabrics. She does like some main prints and then some tonals that go with it, which I always love that she does that. So she has just a really, really good eye. Now here's the red, 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 everything red, and purple. Oh, look at these purples. Look at this. And then down into, let's see, down into the blues. Okay, this has to be my favorite, the strawberries. And clouds, and then the coneflowers, another big favorite. And then she's got a great limey green in here. Now you pair this with a white. So here's the pattern again. So you pair it with a white background. And she tells you on there when you order this bundle, like how much fabric you need for here. Now she did send me this split recs because they're split rectangles. If you look at the block, these are just rectangles, but this unit here, there's a seam right in the middle, and so it's a rectangle, like a half square triangle, but a rectangle. And she loves this ruler, so I am going to be trying this ruler out, and I will show you when I do that, and I'll make some of the blocks. But I think this looks like it will be super fun, and just the neatest quilt. The fabrics are just so great. I love it. Okay, let me show you that back one again. There, see how it looks? Okay, the other thing is Kate runs at least once a year a fat quarter sale, and that starts today. So today she does 10 fat quarters for $20, and it runs for a few days, and you can go to her website via here, or the link is also at my blog today, and go ahead and do a little fun shopping. If you like fabrics like this, you will just have a ball getting the things out from her group. And I know I've advertised this several times, and people have always loved what they've gotten from Kate. They've always loved it. So you will too. Okay, think about the Zinger for your Scrap-a-licious, because I'd like to do this. I was trying to avoid doing like a formal sew along, like, you know, oh, we're going to start this day, we're going to end that day. But I don't know, do you like that format for this, or would you be more interested if I just make blocks randomly every so often and show them to you and you do the same? I mean, what is more motivating? If we're going to do it sort of a little bit more structured, it probably will have to be maybe in October, because there's just a lot of things, like I just told you, going on. So you have to be able to fit it in. Okay, my friend, let me know what you think. Tell me your flip-flop stories. Did you decorate them? I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.